The history of the Jewish people is a rich and complex one, spanning thousands of years. But what sets Judaism apart from other faiths? To answer this question, we must delve into the origins of the Jewish people and their unique relationship with God. The early history of the Jewish people. The story begins with the creation of humanity. According to Jewish tradition, God approached every human being before Abraham, asking them to become his firstborn son. However, each person approached had conditions or refused. God's offer was not limited to Abraham. It was extended to every human being. However, Abraham was the only one who accepted without conditions. This event was significant, as it demonstrated Abraham's unwavering faith and commitment to God. This covenant between God and Abraham marked the beginning of the Jewish people. Abraham's descendants, including Isaac and Jacob, continued to uphold this covenant, and the Jewish people began to take shape. A unique approach to faith. Unlike other major religions, Judaism has never been a proselytizing faith. While Christianity and Islam have historically sought to convert others to their faith, Judaism has taken a different approach. The conquest of Canaan. When the Israelites escaped Egypt and entered the Promised Land, they were instructed to remove the existing inhabitants. This was not a call to convert others, but rather to maintain the purity of the land. A covenant of purity. God's covenant with Abraham and his descendants was not about spreading their faith to others, but about maintaining a sacred relationship between God and his chosen people. The intention was to keep the land pure, not to convert others. King Saul's transgression. King Saul's decision to spare the life of King Agag, a leader of the Amalekites, was a transgression of God's command. This event marked a turning point in Jewish history and underscored the importance of maintaining the covenant. A choice, not a command. God's relationship with the Jewish people is based on choice, not coercion. Those who wish to join the Jewish people are welcome to do so, but it is not a requirement. The focus is on maintaining the purity of the land and the covenant, rather than converting others. The history and beliefs of the Jewish people are unique and multifaceted. By understanding the complexities of the covenant and the approach to faith, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the Jewish people and their relationship with God, respecting other faiths. The Jewish approach to faith is unique in that it emphasizes respect for other belief systems. This is evident in the story of King Solomon, who allowed people of other faiths to place their idols in the temple. At first glance, this may seem contradictory to the principles of Judaism. However, it highlights King Solomon's wisdom and understanding of the importance of respecting other people's beliefs. The error of forced conversion. Forced conversion is a concept that is fundamentally at odds with the principles of Judaism. While Christianity and Islam have historically sought to convert others to their faith, often through coercive means, Judaism has never embraced this approach. In fact, the Jewish tradition emphasizes the importance of respecting the beliefs of others. This is reflected in the Talmudic principle of 𝙈 shalom, or paths of peace, which emphasizes the importance of maintaining peaceful relationships with people of other faiths. The true meaning of Abraham's covenant. Abraham's covenant with God was not a call to convert others, but rather a commitment to uphold God's laws and principles. This covenant was not forced upon others, but rather offered as a choice. In fact, the Torah emphasizes that God offered the covenant to every human being, but only Abraham accepted without conditions. This highlights the importance of choice and free will in the Jewish tradition. The Kingdom of God. The concept of the Kingdom of God is central to Jewish theology. However, this kingdom is not one of forced conversion or coercion, but rather one of voluntary acceptance. In the end, God will accept everyone, regardless of their background or beliefs. However, the Jewish people have a special role to play in this kingdom, as leaders and exemplars of God's laws and principles. The Jewish approach to faith is unique and multifaceted. By emphasizing respect for other beliefs, rejecting forced conversion, and upholding the principles of choice and free will, Judaism offers a powerful model for building a more harmonious and peaceful world. Addressing the criticisms. Many people today criticize the Jewish concept of being the chosen people, viewing it as arrogant or exclusive. Some even accuse Jews of being arrogant, but in reality, it is often others who harbor jealousy and resentment. Christians, Muslims, atheists, and people of other faiths and beliefs often struggle with the idea of the Jewish people's unique relationship with God. They may feel envious or threatened by the Jewish people's claim to a special covenant with God. However, this criticism stems from a misunderstanding of the Jewish tradition. As we've explored earlier, God's offer was extended to every human being, and Abraham's acceptance was a choice, not a coerced obligation. The everlasting promise. God's promise to Abraham and his descendants is everlasting, not temporary. Unlike human beings, God does not break promises or change his mind. The Torah emphasizes the eternal nature of God's covenant, and the Jewish people have upheld this commitment for millennia. In conclusion, the Jewish people's unique relationship with God is rooted in their ancestral heritage and the eternal covenant made with Abraham. While criticisms and misconceptions abound, a deeper understanding of the Jewish tradition reveals a rich tapestry of faith, choice, and commitment. Final thoughts. As we reflect on the Jewish people's story, we're reminded that God's promise is everlasting, and his commitment to his people remains unwavering. In a world where faith and identity are often complex and contested, the Jewish people's example offers a powerful testament to the enduring power of covenant and community.